What up, folks? Welcome back to ULTRAZILLA Toys, and today I have a review of the SH FIGUARTS King Joe. Ultra 7 is in trouble now because King Joe has arrived. He didn't just arrive. I've had him for a little while. But this is the first chance I've gotten to give him an actual review, and I like him. I really like him. I'm going to say that right out. He is really cool. I picked this guy up from my pals at Muteki Sales. Please check out their shop at the link down below. This guy's awesome. So I got this little thing going on here. I didn't want to move it. I took a picture of this earlier, and I decided to leave it, to open up the review with, because it just looked really cool. This is the NECA Pacific Rim boat sword. Because and we'll get this out of the way right now, poor King Joe does not come with any accessories. That's a little odd, no? So, excuse me, Ultra 7, we don't need you anymore. So, if you have I think it was the Hong Kong Brawl Gypsy Danger, he came with this boat sword. And you could do this with it, because King Joe, in the original Ultra 7 series where he first appears, does pick up plenty of boats that look exactly like this, plenty of tankers, and slams them down. So this is something you can do. I wanted to show it to you right away. There you go. There's an accessory. It doesn't come with him, but it's something that works. And I really dig it. I really dig it a lot. I didn't think I'd like it as much as I do, but he does pick up boats that are like almost the same size, so it really does work. And this thing is awesome. So, anywho, yeah, it's kind of a bummer because he does have a beam that he uses, and I needed to refresh my memory. I watched that first episode with him yet again, because I was just like, maybe he doesn't use a beam. I can't remember. I remember him like hitting a lot. I remember the boats, but I couldn't remember if he has a beam. But he does when right in that scene where he fights Ultra 7 on the docks. He uses this beam that goes. Now, if you have the Tamashi electrical sets, what is it called? Lightning effects, yeah. Like, that could really, help out and, create that beam. But he doesn't come with it. He comes with nothing. He comes just like this. And I guess that was a cost-cutting measure. This is probably, one of the more intricate of these FIGUARTS versions of these guys, of the Ultraman series. And again, that said, that's neither here or there. I'm not going to harp on it too much, the lack of accessories, because, it is what it is. It's not here. So I'm not going to fault this guy himself for not having it, I can't do it. It's, it is what it is. So we can only talk about what is here. And what is here is a fantastic looking figure. What an incredible sculpt on this guy. It looks awesome. It's got, it's not completely suit accurate to that, because obviously that first suit is really bad. So maybe this is a little bit based on, one that's a little later on. Or a combo. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's supposed to be based on the first one. But, yeah, he's a little more metallic than that one. So, you get a better sculpt here than that original suit. That's for sure. It does have, the cool, little folds, in the back that is kind of suit accurate. I think that's cool. So, but you don't get too much of that. You get some here and the elbows, but otherwise you get a really great looking sculpt here. Look at his head. That looks incredible. This pendantic armor is really cool. I've always dug it. It's so weird, but it's great. You know, he's a great alien robot who's sometimes controlled by the aliens, and sometimes he's on autopilot. So, but looks really cool. Check it out. That's like a nice little piece of translucent plastic over here. That's really nice. I love the way this, you know, little box looks there. That little T there. That's really cool. These look great on top. He's always, you know, like, it's funny because in that first series, it kind of looks like a diver, like a diving suit. But, you know, this guy looks less like that. I love his chest plates, you know, that always light up really cool on any series he's in. And they did a good job here, you know, like with all the various colors in there and the little bubbles around it. It looks great. At his waist, you got this really cool little circuitry there. That looks good. I love these pieces here. These cylindrical pieces, they look good, and you know, they're all over here. These with like rivets and stuff in there. That looks good. These look cool. These look really wonky on the series, but like really good here. So that's really nice. You get more of these things on the back. It looks good. Again, little folds here look really awesome. At his knees, that looks really suit-like. You know, very, very nicely done. I like his hands a lot. You got little rivets on that. That looks real good. On his back, you have this little backpack here that looks great. Little tubing, you know. Kind of like, always looks like a jetpack or so. Kind of adds to that, especially in the series, like that a whole deep sea diver type feel to him. You know, all the way down to the feet. You know, I love all these like little like add-ons here. Kind of looks like Tin Man-ish, right? Going down the legs. Yeah, looks good. I like these side pieces here. Just a really nice sculpt, guys. Nothing bad to say there. It is awesome looking. Ultra 7 is getting in my way. Paint-wise, you know, overall, it looks good. You got a lot of this like goldish paint that kind of like highlights the silver. And that looks very nice. Very, very nicely done indeed. We covered this part. That looks good. There's some gray in there. Some gray in there. So, I mean, it's not like heavily painted, but what's there is neat. You can see all the gold there again. And there. And that's good, you know? Like, that looks really good. This backpack here is a slightly different color, and I think that is cool. I like how that, you know, looks there. It's very, you know, somewhere between here and here is this, and I think that's awesome. You know, I mean, even these little rivets here have that as well, and that's great. We got some gold there, some gold there. I mean, it just looks good, guys. These are a little darker here, might be a little bit of a wash on them. I do have some some errant like red in the back here. I wonder if that'll just come off. I don't know what that is. Did I handle this guy while I was cut or something? I don't know. I'm gonna ignore it for now. I have a feeling that will just come off. And hope for the best. But yeah, I mean, paint is good on this guy as well. I don't really have a problem with it. There is a couple little like scratches I do have, like right there. And there's another one right there. But otherwise, not, you know, not much going on in those terms either. I can see how you could possibly scratch, and my buddy Steven from Steven's Toys Reviews kind of warned me about that, but I'm not, like, as far as like in the joints, getting some scratching as these things kind of butt up against each other. but I'm not getting any of that. So, you know, I will mention it, and please be careful about that because he did. So, but I do have a couple of little scratches. It's very, very minor. So, but yeah, he's pretty perfect. You know, this is like a fresh off the pendant factory, right, ready to rock and roll. So, articulation on this guy is pretty cool for what you would expect from and I'm moving my camera slightly here, from a King Joe. Now these things come out, so please be careful if you want to. You know, these can come out. Boom. I guess it's not really an accessory, but they do come out. Please be careful again because you can lose them. So there you go. Now you have a ab crunch here. We'll start at the ab here, and then you have little crunch at the, not crunch, but like it just has some slits in there for movement. You're not gonna get a ton out of that waist, but it is there. So you have the top here, which moves pretty awesome, and then the bottom here. Now, at the arms, you have a ball joint at his shoulder, really big ball joint in there. So it's very squeaky. So you can like move it around a bunch, but it is pretty tight on mine. So at least on this side not as much. Now the you do have some bicep. Well, the bicep turns. I can't tell if this is a floating piece. Might be a floating piece. This looks like a floating piece. So kind of a bicep. And then you have the elbow. I'm guessing it's a double jointed elbow within this covering here. Yes, it is. I can see, and on this side, the two pins in there. So there you go, double jointed elbow. And then you got a hinge and swivel at the wrist. These things move all around, which is great. Allows you for more leg movement. In the back as well. Now you have drop down joints here at the crotch section there. And you got ball joints in there. It's, you know, kind of one of those cross ones. So you get a lot of range of movement, and you do move in here as well. There's a floating piece there, and then it moves inside there. So that's really great. Good movement in there. And if you drop it down, you can move it out a little bit more. Can kick about that forward, and then kick back that much. You can move his knee, swivel in there, and then a double jointed knee as well. Really covered well in there, and you can move it at the boot as well. You got a hinge at the foot, you know, with a rocker. So lots of range of motion for King Joe. I mean, except for his head, but that's just the design of the character. So it's really cool. I really dig it. He, you know, despite not having like a beam effect, like this guy is really great. He's definitely a must get for any Ultraman fan and like any fan of kaiju and robots. I mean, he's all plastic. He has no diecast in him. It would have been nice to have a little diecast. That would have been cool. But, you know, it doesn't, and it's fine. I'm fine with that. I really dig him just the way he is. I really think this might be my favorite piece so far in the Ultraman series of releases. Yeah, that's how much I like him. So, and he might make my tops of the year. So that really, I'm serious. So I really dig him. Let's do some size comparison. Let's bring him in his enemy at first here. We have Ultra 7. Now in the show, like, Ultra 7 is actually bigger than King Joe in that first series. And then here is Orb Origin. Ultraman Orb Origin. There you go. Some other figures. Star Wars Black Series. Praetorian Guard. The just reviewed Marvel Legends Homecoming Spider-Man. How about Saitama without his cape? And Articulated Icons, Solitaire. There's Devilman. Everybody's like missing their capes and stuff. And another Ultraman Alien Mephiles. Got to review this guy soon as well, if he wants to sand. There you go. And that's it, guys. That's all I have for King Joe. He's awesome. He's awesome. Definitely a good recommend on this one. So, yeah, I like him a lot. All right, guys, that's all I got. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please check out the link below to get a lot of awesome Japanese imports from Muteki sales. And until next time, peace out, peeps.